Hello everyone, what's happening? This is Forgo, and today we're going to talk about these two beasts that we have right here. Especially this little beast right here. This guy is pretty freaking insane. But She-Hulk definitely got some love too. Now I've already mentioned what I think about how the uniform looks. Don't really care for it, but I have to say, as far as the upgrades are concerned, she is way better. Way better. Just as easy to play, if not easier than before. Her damage is much better, much more viable for World Boss, especially since Stage 50 is really all the higher we're going to go. I mean, probably on my account, I'll probably just use her for a leadership, to be perfectly honest. But she is good enough for it. She's much stronger than what she was. And Amadeus here, with his Awaken skill, is nutso. This guy is an absolute monster. In World Boss and ABX, I mean, he's competing with Namor, for Christ's sakes. He is strong. With that Awaken skill, it is ridiculous. Maybe when people work out a rotation, he might even be doing better than Namor on Combat Hero Day. I do feel some kind of way about that, about Hulk, but I don't want to be a negative Nancy. So let's talk about She-Hulk. So She-Hulk, my She-Hulk has 30,800 physical attack. She has max attack speed, 47 crit rate, 197 critical damage, max ignore defense, max skill cooldown. There's that gamma radiation tag. And she has some Odin's blessings here and some physical attack, all mythic Urus. That's something nice about the APK. They gave us a bunch of mythic Urus and Odin's blessings. She's decked up pretty good. Her passive, super armor is pretty much the same, decrease all damage received by 18%. Her 2 skill, third skill. This is a change, has a 20% decrease of all defenses. I'm sorry, it's 50%, but it starts off at 20%, which is pretty nice. And then she has a 5-second immunity to all damage. And since she has super armor in her passive, you don't have to worry about getting guard broken unless it's by a penetrating attack, like the purple attacks. The fourth skill has an all defense down as well that lasts for 5 seconds. It's also going to be very important in the rotation. Plus, she has a nice little heal, which is pretty sweet. Then her fifth skill gives her a 45% increase of all attack for 8 seconds. Pretty well be able to keep this up the whole time. That is a massive, massive bump on top of getting the extra all defense down, especially for World Boss, Shadowland. Pretty sweet, actually. Her passive, decreased chain hit damage by 5% when attacked. Pretty funky. And her leadership, they gave her an extra 5%. So now she has 65% damage dealt to male types. So let's take a look at her skills here. So her fifth skill is freaking awesome. I have to say, I do like it. I think it looks fantastic. I mean, look at this thing. It is cool. I really, really like the detail. Looks amazing on that thing. Here's her 4. Nice little flip. I do like this skill. Pretty cool. And the 2. The 1. It's no biggie. The 2 and the 1 you're probably not even going to use. And then there's that 3, which is pretty sweet. Now, the rotation that I'm doing, I'm going to be playing with a damage proc. So I'm actually going to start with the fifth skill. Hopefully the damage proc will trigger. And once it triggers, we're going to use our third skill, not the 4. We're going to use the third skill. And then when there is about 1 second to, right when the proc finishes, the damage proc finishes, and it says 1 second, and once it finishes, then I'll hit the 4. She'll land down, boom, get the all defense down, then I'll hit the fifth skill. That way we get the all defense down from the fifth skill, and it's safe as hell, man. You got the long iframe on the 5, you got the immunity on the 3, and between the 3 skills, you can just keep rotating them back and forth, back and forth. She's pretty sweet to play, actually, and actually pretty fun, too. She has a fully awakened Power of Angry Hulk set. And I'm rocking that CTP of Energy. It does only have 180% damage proc, but still a really good proc. She does have some pretty good stats as well. Her crit rate could be better, but still pretty good. She does have a mythic uniform. It's all decked up. And I opted to give her skill cooldown because on the APK we don't have any skill cooldown. It sucks. Physical attack here from Sabretooth's uniform. You had Ronan here for the first one. Some HP from Johnny's uniform. Some dodge from Carol's, which is nice because a lot of people are going to have that uniform. And then some critical damage from Vision's uniform. And I imagine a lot of people might have that one as well. So She-Hulk, I mean, she's pretty sweet. Like I said, for me, she's probably just going to be a support. But, I am a She-Hulk fan. But for a lot of fans out there, this is definitely a must-buy. If you want her to be good, if you want her to be viable, if you want her to push Shadowland even further, or if you just want to use it for Combat Hero Day, this uniform is going to be a must because you're going to want that extra 5% attack. And she has 30% increase of all attack from her uniform effect, guard break immunity. I mean, it's pretty nuts, guys. They give her 75%, 45% from one of her skills, and 30% here. 75% extra attack. That is crazy. That's a lot. Hey, bastard. Now let's take a look at Amadeus. And this guy really did get a rework from top to bottom. He has 26,000 physical attack. He has 126 attack speed, 61 crit rate, 181 critical damage. Pretty decent stats, not the best, but pretty good. Max ignore defense, max skill cooldown, and 65% dodge. I am running with a rage because I think it's actually going to be a lot easier to play this character with a rage. However, with a proc, you probably could play him. He does have the radiation tag as well. He is a Hulk. And then I have some Odin's Blessings. He has all mythic Urus on him. And let's take a look at this guy. His awakening skill. Pretty insane. Starts off at 30% decrease of all defenses. Stacks up to 60%. Lasts for 10 seconds. Starts off at 30%. Goes up to 60. Pretty freaking massive. 2 hits. You're already capped out. Pretty nuts. Then of course, you know, the usual awaken skill stats. Some critical damage. Ignore target dodge rate. Invincibility. Remove all debuff. Increase damage by 70% for one attack. 100% chance to increase critical damage by 50% on a critical attack. So that means when he does critical attacks during this 10-second period, he's going to actually be getting a 250% critical damage instead of 200% if you have max 200% critical damage. Which is pretty crazy. Awaken skill. This awaken skill looks better than Hulk's tier 3. So yeah, just thought I'd throw that out there. Plus you get the increase all attack by 50% for 40 seconds. His passive. Increased guaranteed critical rate, ignore target dodge rate. Pretty cool. This 1, nothing really major there. The 2, nothing really major. The 3, and of course, damage accumulation based on how much damage you deal. This is absolutely amazing. You don't have to worry about taking damage. Plus, it has a 6-second immunity to all damage. It has a 25% all attack. It has a crit rate buff by 15%, so its crit rate's going to be maxed out. And this lasts for 13 seconds. So, and this on it's on a 13-second cooldown, so you'll pretty well be able to keep this up pretty much the entire fight, which is crazy. The 4th skill, again, this thing starts off at 30% of all defense down, stacks up to 60%, and lasts for 10 seconds. Plus, he has a heal on top of that. Pretty cool, man. The 5th skill has paralysis, which does work in World Boss, has an all-attack buff by 30%, and all-speed buff by 1%, decrease all damage received by 15%, making him a little bit tankier. Guy's got a great kit. His passive, critical damage increased by 25%. He does have native super armor as passive. Leadership is kind of whatever. So let's talk about his rotation. Now, I haven't worked out a solid rotation for Amadeus, but you definitely want to start with the 3rd skill because that's going to give him damage accumulation. And what I'm doing is I hit the 3rd skill, cancel into the 4. He's going to apply the all defense down, boom, right there. Then I use the awaken skill. And the damage that you're going to see is insane. And once the geysers show up from Luna, then I go into the 5th skill. And the damage is bonkers. I'm talking bonker damage. It is ridiculous how strong this guy is. This uniform, I think even without the awaken skill, is a must-buy for Amadeus, especially if you want him to be the best that he can be. This thing is ridiculous. Even without the awaken skill, he's going to be really strong. But with it, woo, he's on another level. He has a fully awakened overdrive set, and I'm rocking the CTP of Rage. And the Rage really works out for him because if you're using a proc, it's going to be difficult to time everything and to get all your all defense downs to apply at once. If I was using a proc, I would just hit the damage accumulation, then the awaken skill. I wouldn't use the 4 before it, but you'll find that if you use the 4 before you use that thing, it's going to do that much more damage. However, you could hit this 3rd skill to get the all attack. So maybe we'll just do that instead of the rotation I said. Maybe we'll just do 3, 4, and then hit the 5. me look at something real quick. Let me see if we can get that 5 real quick. Let me see how fast this triggers. Yeah, he pretty much gets that right off the get-go. Yep, okay. But I like having that after the awakened skill. That way you're in an iframe and you're not taking any damage. So that's kind of why I like to do that. His uniform is at Mythic. And I got them all jacked up. You know, we got Beast uniform here for that dodge. We got Luna for the physical attack. That's really good because everybody's going to have that uniform for the most part, even though she is a paywall. We got Rockets here, which kind of, I mean, a lot of people might have this one, but I got some extra HP here. Then we got some dodge for Captain America. This is a really good uniform because you can actually get this from story mode, but it's not really very viable, to be honest. And then you got some crit rate here from Ant-Man's uniform. So let's jump into some World Boss and beat up on old Proxima. You know, we've been beating up on Proxima quite a bit. And we'll start with SheHulk. We'll just throw her in there first. There she is. And we're going to be using Abomination because he's pretty ridiculous for the gamma radiation for the Hulks. Because he offers 60% increase to all attack to all combat types. Plus he offers 45% damage on supervillains or superheroes. And 20% chain hit damage on top of that. We'll use Shuri for the 35% decreased damage received and the 45% increased damage dealt to super villains. We will throw an anti-venom just in case. We'll see how she does. And keep in mind, you know, Abomination is a Danger Room character, so yeah. So we're going to start with that 5. Hopefully that proc will trigger. There it triggered, good. I'm going to let it play out. I totally messed up. I hit the 4 there by accident. So we're going to do that again. Now we're going to hit the 3. Now we're going to hit the 4. When she lands, boom. There's the all defense down, and watch this. Look at that. Not bad. I messed up the first time. But you can see she's got some power. She is not weak by no means. The girl is pretty damn strong. And she looks like she's strong too. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And you want to wait till that proc finishes and then use... Oh, she canceled my 5th skill, freaking heifer. Come on. Alright. Run, 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 run. And she's got good movement speed. Like, I mean, SheHulk's just easy to play. Very easy to play. Proc didn't trigger that time, which really sucks. We need that proc to trigger. Come on. Come on, proc. Trigger. There it goes. That was perfect. I mean, she's got some oomph. I think we're probably going to trigger the proc. So I decided to skip the 4. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and pause it right here because we're going to need Abomination again for the next run. But you can see she can definitely do this. She's definitely viable for World Boss, but it's one of those situations where I think that she's really good and really strong, but like on an account like mine, she's just going to be a support. That's really all she's going to be. But she can do this. For some of you out there, you know, she will be able to do some World Boss for you. She is an easy character to play, and she's pretty damn strong. She's definitely going to do really, really well in Shadowland, if that matters to anybody. And she's definitely going to be the best leadership for Combat Hero Day. So let's try again. Okay. And we'll switch to Amadeus. And get ready to watch this insanity. This is just nuts. This is gonna be nuts. Oh boy, this is pretty wild. This is pretty wild. As long as I don't screw up. Alright, here we go. Come on. Okay. Now we're gonna hit the 4. And the proc didn't even trigger. Believe it or not, that wasn't near as much damage as what he normally does because the proc didn't trigger. I'm telling you, Amadeus can... Oh my god, that was bad. You know what? We're going to try that again because I want to show you all what it really looks like. Because that actually, even as good as that wasn't as good as what he can really do. So maybe we'll try it again and see if we can pull it off. Now he's not going to one-shot this, but it's pretty wild. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Alright, look at this, look at this. You see all that damage? I mean, he's crazy. He is crazy. Now we're going to hit that 4. We're going to hit that 5. I mean, and he does a hell of a lot of damage on that dang thing. We don't want to use the Awakened skill yet. I mean, he is nuts. This is nuts. He could easily do this. Easily could fly through stage 50 like it's nothing. You wouldn't even need no crazy leadership like this. But keep in mind, he is Awakened. And the thing about Awakened characters is you got to put a lot of resources in them. It takes a long time to rack up those Mandalay gems. We'll go up to stage 60. It takes a long time to rack up those Mandalay gems. And if there's no reason to have him other than just taking him up and awakening him, then to me, it's worth it for those that want to awaken him, that love Amadeus. But to those of us that are focusing our awakening materials and other characters that we need for ABX or what have you, we wouldn't pick him up. Now, he might replace Namor on Combat Hero Day. I have no idea. We'll have to wait and see. But I mean, it's possible. It's possible, man. He's strong. I know we have the all defense down here, but even without it, man, he's pretty nuts. All right, here we go. Where's the proc? Where's the proc? The old proc came way late there. But you can see, man, he can do this. Alright, here we go. I want to get that 4 off. There we go. There's that proc. There's that proc. See that damage? Woo! And he could definitely do this stage too. No problem. Dude's crazy. No proc, no proc, no proc. Which really sucks. He just canceled the skill. Bummer. Bummer, bummer, bummer. Here we go. I don't know why I did that. We're just going to go ahead and use the Awaken skill. I kind of messed up the rotation there. Big time. I'm going to run a little bit. Actually, I want her to throw out some purple. Here we go. Here we go. Alright, now. And you can see, even without the awakened skill, Amadeus can put out some pretty damn strong damage. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Watch this. Bye-bye bar. There we go. Bye-bye-bye. Pretty damn crazy. Pretty damn crazy. The dude is strong. This wasn't even a good run at all. I messed up the rotation a couple times. So, yeah, Amadeus is, he's pretty sweet. He really is. All you Amadeus fans, you ought to be pretty damn happy because this guy is a powerful mofo. All in all, they're both great characters. The uniforms are great for both of them, especially Amadeus. Actually, in my opinion, I think that Amadeus, as far as, PvE content is concerned, he's really the strongest character out of all of them. This guy can pretty much murder world boss faster than any of the characters. He's pretty insane. It's pretty wild that they made Amadeus stronger than Abomination, stronger than the Hulk, and World Boss, guys, and World Boss. It's pretty wild that they did that, but okay. I mean, at least he was a weak character before, and now they made him a total powerhouse. So it's good to see old characters that weren't very strong at all get their due. It is nice. However, I want to see some due for some other characters that deserve it as well. So let me know how y'all are feeling about She-Hulk and Amadeus, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.